Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Kenneth and I talk all about plants and planty things here on Kenny's Plant Feed. If you like that kind of stuff, hit that subscribe button down below and follow me on my plant journey. Alright, plant friends, welcome back. I know you're doing well. I'm so happy to see you, and I know that you are so excited to see this video because I spoke on it before, and well, here it is. Today we're going to be propagating a couple plants, and I'm doing this because these have they're outgrowing the place that I have them in, and I do live in an apartment where the space is limited, and by propagating I'm able to make not only more plants but also maintain my space and keep it looking as good as it is, right? So we got to get into an affirmation before we get into any plant talk. So for today's affirmation for this week, this is for you. You have the power to create change. What am I saying by this? Hear me out. Yes, the situation that you're living in right now, you have the power to change it. So get up and make the change you want to see in your life. So stop waiting for things to happen. Stop waiting for things to fall into your hands. Get up and make the change you want to see happen now, today. This is it. This is your time. Get up and make it happen. All right? So you have the power to make the change you want to see. Let's get into this. Plant talk. All right, so I got 2 plants today I'm going to propagate. I have so many more, but I don't want to make this video too long because I want to go into thorough detail as to how to propagate and how to care for your propagations. So for those who are new plant parents, propagating is when you cut your plant, you cut it back, and you make more of the plant you have. So it's an easy, affordable way to make more of the plant you have for nothing. Literally costs you nothing. You already got the plant, and now you can make more of it and share it with friends, share it with family, share it with yourself, and just hoard as much of the plant that you'd like. So for today's video, I am propagating this monstera adansonii, which has grown beautifully. It's actually pretty thirsty right now. I have a dried leaf right here. Look at that, gone. And she's staked up already, so she's already taken up space because of the fact that she's taken up floor space. And I don't mind it because of the spot she's sitting in is a corner where I keep most of these standing up plants. But as you can see right here, she trailed off of the stake, and I don't have anywhere to, make this climb. So we're gonna be propagating this and making more, okay? Making another plant. And also here, she's growing off of this stem. So we're gonna cut her back so that we can continue to train her to grow up this stake, which actually is gonna be hard to extend it unless I get another, well, it's not gonna be hard. I could glue another piece of wood up there and make this stake longer, but I like how it's short and stout. I'm short and stout. I like it. The leaves need a good cleaning. It needs a drink. But yeah, we're gonna cut this back. I've already cut this before, and I've already shared propagations of this plant before, but just for aesthetic reasons, I'm gonna cut it, and we're gonna keep propagating her, okay? That's the first plant I'm gonna be cutting back. And we're gonna propagate her in maybe water and just water. I love propagating in water because you can see the roots form. But I also have, I like to call them Cocoa Puffs because they literally look like Cocoa Puffs, but it's leca, and leca looks like this. It looks like little Cocoa Puffs. And this also lets you see the roots form, so I use some of this, and I also do just water. So we'll do both, one of each. And then for the second plant that I'm gonna propagate that I actually just watered, he has grown tremendously. I remember doing a poll on my Instagram about the name of this plant, and I think it was Frozen Jade. I'm not sure, but she's growing really long, and she's on the plant shelf in the dining room, and it looks nice trailing down, but I kind of just want to bring her back up, take this whole stem and just keep it fuller on the top So that's what we're gonna be doing. This is a sad looking leaf. And then I'm gonna show you guys how to snip this up. These are both really easy to propagate, and that's why I picked them. Okay, y'all, so here we are. I positioned this against the wall here so we have a better view of the stem. So it's a flat white wall, and we can see exactly where I'm going to be cutting. So before you want to start cutting, you want to take whatever scissors you're going to be using. These are mine. Yes, they're like, you know, hospital scissors. I do work in the medical field. It's from a kit that I had from school. And you want to just use some alcohol and sanitize your the scissors you're going to be using, your pruning tool, whatever you want to call it. They're scissors, okay? They're going to cut. They're going to get juices from the plant on them, so you want to make sure that you're not spreading any bacteria, any germs, anything from plant to plant. And I am doing 2 plants, so I do need to clean between each plant. So now they're clean, now they're ready to go. So this is the stem I was talking about, and I do see how dirty this plant really is. It's super dusty. I'm exposing myself here, so this is some real content for you guys. This is Kenny on the daily life. My plants are not clean. Yeah, so this is the stem we're gonna be cutting, and you can see it's pretty leggy. That's because it's reaching for light, and that makes it easy for you to tell where to cut. So what you want to do is cut between each node. So this is a node and this is a node. So what you want to do is you want to cut in between each one. But I'm going to start down here closer to what's actually on the stake. So between each node. So I'm going to cut pretty close there. And you can see here, this is a node. A node is where a root is going to come out from. This little fancy thing right here. Any brown little stump is a node. So when you cut right below the node and right above it. And I could propagate this as a wet stick, and you can already see there's a new leaf coming out right there. And then we're gonna cut again. So you see here, you wanna cut below and above. And this is what you want. This is what you're looking for in order to propagate your plant the way you'd like. And there we go. We'll propagate these bad boys. And there's another one here I'd like to cut. Well, another 2. And we're gonna cut right there. Same process, you want to keep going. And here you can see it's kind of like weird. It's a new leaf. The new leaf is already mature, like it has already grown. It just hasn't unfurled yet. We're gonna help it here. And you can see this will unfurl. This will be a leaf itself. And what you can do is just keep that. You can stick this in water. This doesn't have, you can't see any visual node here per se, but it will grow a root from the little bump that's there. Usually people toss out that top piece, but I don't mind it. I keep it. And then we're gonna chop back up here. You can see that last leaf kind of like got crispied up. That's because it didn't get to unfurl, probably lack of watering. No surprise from me, coming from Kenny's plants. You want to just keep cutting. This is a top cut here. There we go. Alrighty, Alrighty, and for this second plant that is just growing super long here for no reason, must like the grow light that it's in front of, but I just don't want it to keep trailing down. So we're gonna cut all the way to the top. Yes, I know it's a big chop, but I'm doing it because of the fact that I don't like it trailing all the way down on the plant stand. I actually would prefer it to be just a nice full pot. Like I said before, you want to make sure that you get all the juices from your previous plant off of those scissors with some alcohol, so it's ready to go for your next clean cut. Alrighty. And these are also just as easy to find because the nodes are pretty prevalent. You can see them. This is a node right here. You can see that between each leaf. So we're gonna just chop between each one. So let's see how I can do this. This one is much smaller than the other one. So you're gonna cut there. That's one. You don't need this internode. The internode is where it has no leaf. I'm gonna cut there. So you can see we're getting that little node and leaf. And we'll propagate that. Just gonna go ahead and do this.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll take a snip up from the top. That's where I want it to stop growing from. So I'll cut right up there and there. Now I'll just have a small little plant and we'll propagate this.
You can propagate this as a wet sticks, which I think I will do because I really do like the variegation on this plant. The foliage is just stunning. So I think I will make wet sticks and then update you guys on that. I'll lay these wet sticks on some sphagnum moss, and then I'll show you guys in a couple months how it's doing, or a couple weeks, however long it takes to start doing something.
And then just keep cutting at every internode. So right here, make sure you get a full cut. This one kind of like twisted up on itself here. Now make sure you know where you're cutting. So we're gonna go right there. Cut off any excess. Keep what you need.
And you can see here, it's pretty like bunched up. It's kind of hard to like see where each one is. So you want to be very meticulous about your cut. So this leaf is not good. So get rid of that. Get rid of anything that's in your way so you can get a clear sight. So you're gonna go between each node still. So you wanna, even though it's tight, you wanna cut, you know. Alrighty, so now we're all propagated. Now we've cut all our plants, and this is what you should have, okay? So if you decided to cut some plants, you should have things that look like this with a little node and a leaf. So I have plenty, and this is gonna be fun because now I have multiple plants of this one, and it's gonna be great. I could put them all in one plant, but there's no need. I can make more than one. So what we're gonna do is, I have these little yogurt jars. Can you tell I'm Hispanic? I just have, sometimes my accent comes out and then sometimes it doesn't. Like, I don't know, it's just specific words. I can't think of any right now at the top of my head, but it happens. And what you're gonna do is, you're gonna stick these cuttings, and you can do, if you have access to the Cocoa Puffs like I had showed you, if you have access to these, you can put them in this and with a water reservoir. So what I would do is, I'd put some in this cute little jar. So you want to put some in there. And then you want to put your cuttings in. These are your cuttings, that's what this is called now. cutting. So whenever someone comes over to your house and they're like, can I get a cutting of your plant? Now you know what they're asking for. Although, it's kind of rude if you're asking. Well, no, you asked. I don't know. I like to be offered cuttings. I don't like to ask for them. I like for people to just offer me a cutting whenever they're gonna, like, I see a plant that I like of theirs and they offer me the cutting, then it's like, oh, okay, great, yeah, I'll take it. But if not, I'm not asking. Let me know what you think about that. Like, do you feel weird about people asking you for cuttings instead of offering them? It's like someone offering you a cutting. I don't know. I might not even make sense. I just got up from a nap and I'm making this video because I owe y'all, man. I'm a slacker. And life just, gets busy, but it's not an excuse. Get up and get it done. That's just it. Get up and get it done. So now I've filled this up with my Cocoa Puffs. You can see here the plant is secure. You can see it's a little bit in the side there. And what I'll do is I'll take some water that I've had. This used to be distilled water, but I used it up and I refilled it and I've let this sit. I don't know, this has been sitting for a good week in this thing now, and I just use it then. This is tap water and I fill it up. That's how I use the Cocoa Puffs. If I'm using them wrong, I'm sorry. Did I tell you that they're not, yeah, did I tell you that they're not Cocoa Puffs? They're called leca. It's leca. I was very hesitant about it, but once I used it before to root my monstera, I didn't know. What did I root with it? Some pothos, Marble Queen pothos, and those roots were massive. So I said, let me just keep these around, and I did get the leca for free off of our Facebook group. I have mentioned it before. I used the Facebook group, and I get, there's Wish Wednesday. You can make a wish, and I wished for some leca just to try it out. And someone was so nice enough, and they gave me this massive bag of leca, and I'm just using it. So yeah, take advantage of those resources like Facebook plant groups. You find lots of really nice, neat people on there, and they do nice stuff like offer you plant cuttings and gifts and such. So yeah, I got leca to try out for the free. If it's free, it's for me. And this one, I'm just gonna leave it in water. Yeah, I'll just leave this one in water, and then we can compare. So when I make my follow-up video, we can compare and see how this is doing. And talking about how they're doing, I haven't showed you guys Mr. Mike. Someone had asked me how's Mr. Mike doing in the comments section, and I realized I haven't shown you guys his progress. So stay tuned to see how Mr. Mike is doing, because he's actually doing really, really good. Like, I can't believe I almost threw him out. Yeah, don't let him hear me. I almost threw Mr. Mike out. But now we're gonna do the monstera adansonii. This one's a little more finicky because the leaves are so like dainty because they have fenestrations. So when you put leca in this, the leaves kind of start growing and like they kind of start like, I don't know, getting deformed. So I'm gonna pick good. I'm not gonna do a lot of them. I'll do a couple. I prefer to do this in water because, like I said, the leca beads do get in the way of this plant growing up. And this is not like a pothos that, like a pothos will grow through anything and it push itself up to the top. I feel like this one's like very bougie and wants nothing in its way. So I just like to do water with this one. So I'll do just these couple cuttings in the leca, and then we can compare between the water and leca, just so you guys can get a feel for what's better. Dropped one. So I'll do these. These are good. Right in here. Does anybody else, like I try to make it look aesthetically pleasing so that it, like if I want to put it somewhere specific, it looks nice and it's not just like there. So I want to make sure that if I'm positioning these things in here, I want them to look good, just in case I decide to move them. And it's not looking like a crazy mess. So just fill it up. top one. These are not easy to grab. Boom. Excuse me. Alrighty, so that's that. They're cute. Fill it up. And there it is. I do fill it up to the top. I'm always like worried if that's too much, but it's just like as if it was rooting in water. So that's how I use the leca. I might be using it wrong. Again, I don't know. We're learning, right? This is a learning journey. This is Kenny's plant journey. Kenny doesn't know. Kenny's learning. And then this one, regular water. Oh, this is a cute little jar. These are yogurt. See, Spanish. Yogurt jars. Yogurt. But yeah, this one will sit in water, and you'll be able to see the whole process and how the roots grow, and if it's ready or not. Same with the leca. It's pretty cool to use these see-through jars because you can track the process of how the plant's doing, how it's growing, and the roots will literally just grow into the shape of this little container. So yeah, let me see if I can pick them all up and show them at the same time. Probably not, because I'm gonna spill some water, and is that a risk I'm willing to take? Absolutely, abso-freaking-lutely. Yeah, so these are these two. Oh, I saw a drop. Monstera adansonii is so much more difficult to hold up. All right. Let's see, let's get a, yep, there we go. My propagations. Okay, so you have these plants in your jars, you have them sitting in the water, you have it sitting in the leca. You're gonna wanna change the water at least weekly. I read everyone else does this because it allows for oxygenation in the water, and the roots can stay fresh and healthy. I do not do that though, okay? So what I do is I just top it off. As soon as I see that this thing's running low, I top it off with some more water. Same with the leca. I'm not taking this thing out of this jar, washing it out, and putting a new set of water in here. No, absolutely not. That requires too much. That is not my style. I absolutely love the fact that I can just top off the water and this thing continues to grow and looks tremendously amazing. So do with that as you please. I'm telling you what I do. You can do what everybody else does. I don't do that. So I simply top it off with some water as soon as I see that it's running low, and this thing continues to thrive and do amazing. So that's how I take care of this. That's my care routine for this. I don't do anything special. I don't put any super thrive. I don't put any nutrients in the water. It's tap water that's been sat out, and that's what I do. I think it works for me, and you might want to do something else that works for you, and that is okay. To each their own. This is what I do. This is how Kenny does it. This is how it's been working for me. I haven't had any issues. So if you have any other tips and tricks, you can leave them down below in the comment section, and maybe I can learn something from you. But before we conclude this video, let's get Mr. Mike. Y'all, look at Mr. Mike. Yup, Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike doesn't disappoint. Y'all ask and I deliver. Mr. Mike, you came back from the brink of death. Yes, you're very dusty and very dirty right now, and I will clean you right after I finish filming this video. But come on, can y'all give Mr. Mike a round of applause, because he's back. He's doing great. He's got a new leaf coming out here, and nobody can tell him anything. He's just living large, living great. He's doing his own thing. I might give him a moss pull, I might not. I might record myself making a moss pole. I might not. I do lots of things that I don't record, and I do lots of stuff that would be great content. But I don't know, like, can y'all tell me to stop being so lazy and just record everything? Like, anyways, if you liked what you saw here today, give this video a thumbs up. Let me know down in the comment section what else you would like to see from Kenny's plant feed, and let me know if you are gonna propagate anything or if you are currently propagating anything and what it is. I want to know. Let me know. I will see you next time on Kenny's plant feed. You stay blessed and be a blessing. See ya.